Mic activated.
Okay, how we
I'm
starting
getting
this?
like how we start this every week. CJ.
As the name suggests,
trying to take over the
this
world.
is a show about utterly
Oh
nonsense.
dear God, we're going with this.
Mostly nonsense.
Apparently.
Yeah, this is utter nonsense, guys. I'm in utter nonsense right now,
He's the redheaded one.
and the best one.
Cue intro.
No, I'm kidding.
So you want to start with Star Wars or
No,
Star Wars or Justice
oh,
League?
man.
Dealer's pick.
Star Wars
Uh,
because Justice
Star
League
Wars.
will be
Okay.
better. Wait, full screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, come on. Has
It
to
doesn't
be.
make a difference. Come on.
God, I love
When I found you,
Yeah.
I saw
I saw Raw. Untapped power.
and beyond that,
Okay, so this is Snoke talking.
something truly special.
So right away, I gotta tell you, I love the cinematography of the new one. It's, in my opinion, like I haven't seen the
Cinematography
actual
is
movie
good.
yet, but visually it looks even better than Force Awakens. You know?
I'm just gonna wait all my comments till the end, honestly.
Okay. I mean, I do want to pause this because,
Yeah.
like I think we're only allowed to do 30 seconds at a time without fucking over YouTube.
We'll put a bunch of
Oh, YouTube, guess what?
we'll put a bunch of fuzzy VCR filters.
Yeah, we should do that too.
I think your face is probably not in frame.
Oh, it probably isn't.
Something inside me has always
So what happened to the fake skin that was covering the
I don't know.
robot hand?
That's a
been
good question.
awake,
Hmm.
and I need help.
Yes, you need a lot. You're perfect in every way. You really need
Ow.
help.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. Luke looks Luke looks kind of amazed by that power.
Scared me enough then.
Oh no,
Yeah.
something malicious.
What did he say? What scares him?
Does now.
I've seen this power before. It scared him. It does
Oh.
again now.
Past time.
So I'm guessing he sees something in her that he might have seen in Kylo or the other.
They had to
Jedi
give him a
children
scar of
trained.
the eye now, huh?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh jeez, I thought I was just looking at that wrong.
It looks kind of like I didn't notice this the first time through. It just looks kind of fake, doesn't it?
Oh God,
he-
so obviously fake.
He looks like he challenged his father, the Fire Lord, and failed.
Who, Kylo Ren?
That's a reference.
Yes. Chewie. What?
Yeah, pork. I love the pork.
Oh right. I forgot about the bird thing.
Pork.
But yeah, that.
What is it? Oh, he has one of those things.
What, lightning
Oh,
swords?
Yeah.
He's really trying to be Mace Windu.
The way you think. Fulfill
Oh, Dagobah.
destiny.
Oh, live action Snoke. Did you see it?
Yeah.
For like half a second there?
I need someone
He looked like something out of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, apparently.
to show me my place in all this.
Okay, why does his scar look normal there?
Oh.
What?
Okay.
You see that? Right?
Is she gonna turn
It
to
looked
the
like-
dark
yeah,
side?
Oh jeez, now I remember.
Okay,
Oh, my
so,
God.
fulfill
your
destiny.
okay, so first first things first.
Unlimited
You know, I
power.
think- okay, so I think like the recurring theme of this trilogy, the new trilogy, is that history doesn't repeat itself, but it mimics itself. You know, like
It's treason. Then.
like while the Force Awakens was heavily criticized for being a carbon copy of Star Wars 1 or Star Wars.
I have used that
New Hope.
criticism because it is.
Yeah,
valid.
which is a very fair point. I understand exactly where you're coming from. That being said, it's not exactly the same. There are a lot of differences between casting. A lot of callbacks to the first trilogy that couldn't have existed within the premise of the first movie. But so I think this is expanding on that. I think instead of Kylo Ren starting to doubt himself in the same way that Darth Vader is, both sides are doubting themselves. The light side and the dark side
Yes.
are going to cease to exist, and eventually there's going to be a nice.
We're gonna find
gray
the balance finally.
Well, remember the good
Maybe
old
the
cycle.
bring
Fear
balance
leads
to
to anger.
things.
Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Leads to suffering.
Jesus, I can.
Let's
How can
see
you
if that
quote the
cycle happens
prequels,
again.
honestly?
I'm curious, honestly.
What do you mean? How can you quote the prequels? Because they're part of the franchise.
I honestly, this is
I
all.
choose to believe they don't exist. Okay.
Well, they
Like
did,
I was
so
saying in the
whether you
beginning,
like it or
like I
not.
don't like
Okay.
trusting trailers a lot for like any movie I'm really excited about. So whenever I see the trailer, I'm just like, oh my god about it. I'm just like, oh, I hope it's good.
You know, if it wasn't for the
Like I
prequels,
try to keep the expectations like minimal to myself to when I actually see it. You know.
Right.
that's
So,
a
like,
good. That's
but
a good
I liked what I
method.
saw so far. Like cinematographic, whatever the word is, I can't say it right now. It just looks amazing graphically.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the big thing, and especially when you have someone like J.J. Abrams behind the franchise.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, it's no surprise to me that when you have this level of a budget, first of all, like you're going to have good cinematography, and that I
yeah.
think is key for establishing like a sci-fi universe of this magnitude. You know.
Although that's not
But,
to say you can't make good sci-fi movies without, you know,
Well, no,
money
of course,
without
like the
constant
original
money
Star Wars
shots.
trilogy. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you got Mark Hamill too, so that's pretty painting.
Yeah, and he's starting to sound more and more like Mr. J.
Yeah.
You can do a better voice than
The,
I can.
the way his
Ooh,
voice.
Mr. J.
Like originally we have
now
I'm
you
Luke
just
Skywalker,
sound
I'm here to
Carly.
rescue you. And now he's like, you will know the Force and it will drive you batty.
Okay, so you can come pretty close with that.
Come on,
Anything? Anything?
Hello, Star Wars. Skywalker's back in town.
So, anything plot-wise here?
Well, the who's for Chinese.
Anything what?
Anything plot-wise? Anything that you think this gives away?
Name that
Anything
actor.
you think we're worth talking about in the trailer?
Plot-wise, I don't think it reveals all that much more than the first one.
Right.
Uh,
More than the first trailer, you mean? Or?
Yeah, because I mean, we knew that there's gonna be a thing about balance. We knew there's gonna be Luke training her. Obviously, she's gonna go to Dagobah, and they'll repeat the same thing. There's gonna be
Go to
there's gonna be
Dagobah.
more space battles.
Well, so that's what I'm thinking. Do you think it's going to be like Force Awakens and just be a straight-up carbon copy of Empire? Or?
I hope not.
I just hope it's good.
I wouldn't mind
Fingers
if,
crossed it's
if
good.
it has,
Abrams,
you know,
don't
like
fail me now, bro.
Yeah. Well, it's not Abrams directing this time. It's Ryan Johnson, who. of
Well,
course-
don't fail me either way.
Who, of course, directed Looper, if you've ever seen that.
Oh, then yeah, I've seen
You've
that.
seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Jack, have you
Yeah, it's
seen
a pretty
it?
good movie.
It's not that good, honestly. It's kind of overrated.
Well, I
it's
didn't-
well shot.
I think it's
but,
good.
It relies heavily on a lot of really stupid sci-fi tropes. Most notably, just the use of the grandfather paradox, time travel in general. Just meh. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's been done before, and that's not to say Ryan Johnson isn't a good director. He just probably shouldn't be writing original material.
I mean, hey, he just does his thing, man.
Yeah, well, look, new Star Wars looks amazing so far, but just because of Ryan Johnson's past, that's what worries me. That it's going
Yeah,
the
all
right
right, I'll
route.
give you that credit there.
I'm not worried. It's Star Wars. You can't screw it up.
Okay, well, we'll
Actually,
see.
you can.
really hope
I
it's
will
good.
say, I
I'm
wouldn't
just hoping it's
mind
good.
an Empire ripoff.
I say
because
that now,
Empire is
and
my
look what's
favorite
happened.
movie in the entire Star Wars franchise. I think we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah, I think I do like Empire the best.
Jack, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
You guys are gonna judge me, but it's 3.
What?
That's fine.
I love
Why?
3, honestly.
I mean, I guess it's the best of the prequels, but
I'm just like, honestly, like
Why?
graphically and just like I overall enjoyed the story, even though it was kind of holy and stupid.
But
I just loved the acting overall, and it was just hilarious to watch.
oh, so
3
you
is
just like
very
it 'cause of the
important.
melodramatic quality.
Yes, it has the seriousness, but the actual laughability of it.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, you can meme it for days.
Oh yeah, like come on.
You
like-
underestimate my power.
I have the high ground.
High ground.
I
Like
hate the
come on.
sound.
How many
Was
memes
that
are that
Force- no, it
that
was two-
are
that was
out
two?
there right now?
Okay.
How
I
many
always
memes
get 2 and 3
of that scene are there?
mixed together.
I want to know exactly that number right now.
High ground.
High ground.
High ground.
Don't you just love?
Yeah,
Robot
remember that
Chicken?
when I was on Robot Chicken Kids? Yeah,
Yep.
that was the thing in 2006.
Okay.
you're the-
What else? What else? What else? So I'm guessing. So you see the very brief moment of Kylo Ren deciding whether or not he's going to blow up the ship with his mother on it. Official prediction
does.
is that that's going to how they're going
With
to.
his mother on it?
Yeah, with
With
Leia
Leia,
on it.
yeah.
So I think that's how they're
yeah.
going to write her out.
I must have missed the voice line.
Because you got to think about it. Carrie Fisher is dead. She's probably going to die in this movie, or else there's just going to be a massive gap in part 3 of the new trilogy.
Yeah. Well, you know what they're gonna do? They're just gonna recreate her with CGI.
See, I'd
They're
like
gonna
to think-
license out your likeness and use you forever. That's Disney.
So, I mean,
That's
it was,
Hollywood.
It
They
worked
own you for
okay in
life.
Rogue One, but I don't know. I'd like to think that they'd be more respectful than that.
Why couldn't they just
especially-
recast them for Rogue One?
I don't know.
And
They
put
wanted
some
to make
prosthetic
it look right.
makeup.
Well, I don't know. I think it looked pretty cool.
Just get her
if
twin
you didn't
sister.
know
Oh,
who
wait,
Carrie
this
Fisher
isn't,
was,
It
Uh,
looked
Fast
cool,
and
but it looked
Furious.
slightly uncanny.
Well, again, if you're unfamiliar with the original, well, I don't want to say if you're unfamiliar with the original trilogy. If you're familiar with the original trilogy, or if you're just watching the original trilogy, then Rogue One, then the new trilogy, I think it would flow pretty smoothly. I think, or I
I
guess Rogue
still
One would
need
be
to
prequels
see the
trilogy,
newest
right?
one, so I'm unsure.
You haven't seen Rogue One?
No.
Okay, so it's on Netflix. We're gonna have to watch that together because it's actually, I
it's
know,
on my
I
bucket
know
list.
John
Trust me.
hates
I
it,
mean,
but,
not my
it's-
bucket
it's-
list.
I don't
It's on
hate
my
Rogue
list
One.
of things
Oh, you
to
hated Rogue
watch.
One?
Like I just
No.
I'm
Oh.
busy.
No, I thought it was
I'm
pretty
doing
good.
this right
Oh,
now
okay.
when I can be doing
Well,
that.
I like Rogue One.
It was 7. I thought was A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, Rogue
Yeah,
One. Rogue One is
no,
good.
For me, it
I like
goes, and again, this is just my list. Let's see.
Although I will say this about Rogue One: some people like criticize, or I think some people criticize the characters for being kind of weak. I will say I did not like
Oh, I
the
love
characters
Jyn
all that
Erso,
much in Rogue One, but
Actually, that was my thing. There
But
wasn't a lot of
there's-
development for these characters that were supposed to have this connection.
I won't spoil. I won't
Like
spoil
that.
anything.
That's the one.
I don't care personally.
And again, Jack will notice this when he sees it. They just don't spend any time actually developing the characters, which is fine since I'm not going to spoil the ending. But
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you
just like
know
saying,
who I
like,
liked,
when you
uh,
see the main
I like the armored
cast for
dude.
the original
Which
Star
one?
Wars trilogy is like
The guy who like that had the bulky armor, and Donnie Yen. He was cool.
Donnie Yen?
Yeah, the blind guy.
Oh, yeah.
Him and his friend.
I don't know, a little
they were cool.
too preachy. I mean, he's like the religious nut of Star Wars.
Yeah, that's why it was funny.
Uh,
I am one with the Force. The Force
okay,
is
so
with me.
for me, if I have to rank it best to worst, all the movies in the Star Wars trilogy or Star Wars franchise, it's got to go Empire, New Hope, Rogue One, Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, Episode 3, Episode 1, Episode 2.
oh,
I would go. Let me think. 5, 4. I think. I don't know if I would put 3 over 6, but I'll just say 3, 6.
Really? Honestly, what is with you in the prequels?
What?
Both of you. Well, I didn't realize we had a few prequels.
3, 6.
You
Then
just call yourself a Star Wars fan.
I do. Yo, I
Then,
started it off properly. I watched the old trilogy
then
first.
7.
Okay, you
1,
know,
2.
My roommate was British.
like,
he knew how to
I
watch
gotta
it
tell
properly.
we got to watch these all like in one sitting, you know.
Oh dear God.
Like
That'd
in
take a
preparation
while.
for episode 8, that's what we should do. You know, just sit down.
I've seen them
when's
so many
episode
times.
eight?
for like
wait,
12 hours straight and watch.
So
all.
it's coming out in December. Jeez, I was gonna say when's it coming out again?
I don't think we'll even be around here.
Well, it comes out December 15th.
I mean, I'm gonna
think
probably be
that's,
up
like,
here
the last
working
week of,
because I don't like going home.
I think that's like the week of finals. I think that's like. So I think we should still be around for December 15th for opening day.
I think there's definitely
Possibly.
a hysteria of hate against the
Well,
prequels. I
actually,
think it's an internet
knowing
thing.
me, I might
I
be down for
definitely
the
think
holidays.
they're hated more than they deserve to be, but yeah,
Because
they
you know,
don't
I grew up with them basically, so I don't hate them.
Sure. I don't know. I saw them when I was like a young kid and just was meh about them.
Although I will say 2, I legitimately don't really like that much.
Yeah.
2
Just
is
because of the whole Galactic Senate thing.
no, mainly because of the whole love subplot. It didn't work.
Right. Oh,
'Cause
because they're
Hayden-
trying to show chemistry between Anakin and
Yeah,
Padme.
Hayden Christensen. I don't know if it's him or the lines they gave him, but it's
I
just,
think it's just well, I'm pretty sure it's just George
It's crap.
Lucas's writing. 'Cause, that's like the one thing every Star Wars director.
You see, the whole movie is gonna be
of.
about
Like,
this love story.
You talk with either of the guys.
I mean, hey,
who
Natalie
directed
Portman,
episode
man.
5 or 6,
Natalie
you know.
Portman.
well, sure, but
Come on.
Well, so that's the thing.
would
like,
too, kids.
apparently, George Lucas is just terrible at writing dialogue.
I guess
he's
so.
great at world building. He's great at creating these outlandish scenarios that do work. But
I hate you.
You ate me?
I hate the sand.
Like slaughter them. Like animals. That's how you sounded to me, man.
Only a Sith
Jesus.
deals in absolutes, but that statement in and of itself is an absolute.
I am a
Yeah, I
theater
know.
minor,
I am a
and that
Sith.
is not how you die.
Okay. Okay, so
and come on, if it wasn't for the prequels, we wouldn't have the best character in all of Star Wars.
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar.
Okay.
The whole movie.
We should
centers around
honestly. There's
Jar
probably
Jar.
more Star Wars
I think
conspiracy theories
Jar Jar is
about
actually
Jar
the
Jar
true
Binks
Lord
than
Sith.
any other aspect.
He
altogether.
is the end all be all.
I
Like-
think
Like you got to think about it. There are more conspiracy theories about Jar Jar Binks.
I
than
say Jar
any
Jar is
other
the truest Dark one of
person,
them
place,
all.
or thing in the entire Star Wars franchise.
Oh, hail Jar Jar.
hands down.
You know what's the funniest thing? You ever played Star Wars Battlefront 2?
No.
So there's a mode called Hunt where it says eliminate the indigenous species, so you can play as the droids and hunt like Wookiees. One of them, I think it's on Naboo. You hunt all the Gungans. So I just pick a super battle droid and shoot all the Jar Jars while they're throwing bombs at you. That's all they can do.
Oh, that's
The funny thing is they always win because the AI on your team is brainless. It sucks. So I have to kill like all 50 by myself.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love that. I gotta play that then.
Speaking of which, new Star Wars Battlefront 2 is coming out soon. I think it's in beta now, and
yeah,
it
my brother
looks
was actually checking it out.
it looks damn good, except loot crates.
Cool. I'm not gonna play it.
Loot
Loot
crates.
crates, really?
Loot crate.
We don't
Never
need to
mind.
make
That
full
wasn't
games
advertised.
anymore.
Sponsor us and we'll advertise you.
Forget about
I
unlocking
mean, we have
stuff.
like no subscribers right now, so I think
I
you
was
need
gonna
like
say-
1,000 just to get. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't mean like the
Subscribe to
loot
us.
crate service. I mean like the in-game.
Don't
loot
sound
box things.
desperate.
But we are desperate.
A little bit.
So yeah, basically every video game has been reduced to
Uh,
here's some
Just
loot boxes.
Very bare bones and a lot of
Oh,
DLCs.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to unlock anything. Just buy it.
Here's where you can get
Better
for
yet-
$15 online.
Better yet, buy our random generator thingies, and you have a chance to get it in there. Also, buy our season pass. Give us $800 plus tip.
And then you'll get the very bare bones of the game.
Did you know that there was an edition of the new Assassin's Creed that cost $800?
Wait,
Seriously.
why?
Who the fuck's paying $800?
Why?
It's sold out.
That's almost as dumb as the iPhone X for being $1,000. Why are you people buying this stuff?
I don't know.
$800 plus
I
tip
ask
plus
I
you
don't know-
honestly.
I don't know
I'm
who to
curious
blame
what
more, right?
compels
Plus
you to spend
reparations.
$800 to $1,000 on just
so
one
I don't
item.
know who to blame more, right? Like
Why?
the consumer for actually being stupid enough to buy the newest gadget, or the company for actually exploiting that. You know?
It's a shared blame.
Yeah, really. Okay, so what was the other one? Justice League.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, that too.
Can I say how much I've been looking forward to Justice League?
Oh, really?
honestly
couldn't
really wanted-
tell based on this shirt and everything John Caglianone
mean,
has ever said.
some
I
people-
wanted to be good too. Obviously,
Some people might
guys.
not know this, but I actually really like comic book stuff,
Hey.
and Justice League is just one of my
Hey,
favorites.
this too?
Let's do it. All right.
Oh, I see. They
Okay.
did this
okay.
now.
Yeah. It's
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
But
Yeah. I don't think I
enough
watched
said.
the actual Warner Brothers official one yet.
No.
So
Is
opening
this
right
Hawkeye's
away.
house?
Okay. So you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but I really fucking
Oh,
hate
we should stay in
Superman.
frame.
And I really
Come
hate
on,
the casting
Superman
of,
is just.
It's probably.
It's
the
Luke
villain.
Gehrig.
Yeah. Oh no! What a shock!
Anyone-
What
anyone-
a shock! Clark
Field
Kent
of
is in
Dreams.
Justice League. Who would have guessed?
He's wearing one of my shirts.
Yeah, he does look exactly like you. Hair's parted exactly like yours too.
Oh my god.
God, can we just kill off Lois Lane already?
Why do you
Like,
hate her so much? Amy Adams is a likable actress.
I like Amy Adams.
I love
think
Amy
she's a terrible
Adams.
casting choice. Like
love
she
Amy.
she is not Lois Lane. Okay.
Her hair just needs to be black.
It's not just that.
don't
She
knock
just doesn't have
gingers.
it's not a ginger thing. I don't mind the fact that she looks nothing like Lois Lane. It's the fact that like she doesn't. She's.
Well, he had a
fucking
dream. He's
Amy Adams.
talking
She's
about the thing that
nicest person
confused
alive.
everyone.
She's not Lois Lane.
Whoa. What?
Yeah. This is a CGI. Just
Oh my God, Gal
cornucopia
Gadot.
of CGI.
Something darker.
I'm actually surprised there's not more Wonder Woman in this trailer. You know.
She's right there.
Is that Aquaman?
That's Batman.
Oh my god.
Can you see? How bad do you see?
Fucking Ben Affleck.
Oh, dude, it's Jameson. He's back.
Oh, there's Aquaman.
There's
Right,
Aquaman.
jeez, I forgot
There's
they made-
just
I
Momoa.
forgot they made him look cool.
Oh,
Lady Liberty on
Statue of
the-
Liberty. Oh, Justice.
That's not
Justice.
my Flash.
I like Ezra
That should be
Miller, though.
Grant Gustin.
We are
No.
Oh, that
He's
looks
with-
cool.
that
Hey,
would
is
not
that
fit.
the Bat Tank from Arkham Knight?
Alright, that's a cool Flash suit though.
I really like the Flash suit.
It looks like,
Cyborg
it looks
looks
like it's
great.
from Injustice.
Who's playing Cyborg? I forget.
Just some guy.
Just some. Yeah.
It's
Alright, talking about my
legitimately no
favorite
one
Teen
famous.
Titan like that.
I don't know. I still think it's a mistake to put Cyborg in Justice
I
League,
still
you know?
say Cyborg
again, we'll talk
over
about this
Wonder
more
Woman
after we're done
any
watching
day of the
this
week.
thing, but,
Get at me, nerds.
Okay, hold on.
Oh snap! He looks like Iron Man.
Oh, does he? Yeah.
Just like Cowabunga, dude.
I don't know. I'm really excited for this portrayal of Aquaman. You know?
This scene used to
Especially
be
from such a traditionally lame.
this scene used to be blue. They recolor keyed it to be all red.
Well, it makes sense now that Joss Whedon's in charge of everything.
I'll say CGI is beautiful.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that. Actually, Cyborg I think looks more well built than he did in the previous trailers. You know.
That's what that means.
It's so cool. Oh come on, you gotta love that version of Flash.
Okay, it's cute, but Grant Gustin's still better. He's
Okay,
cheap.
we'll
Now
see.
here's the
I'm
funny
sorry, I
thing.
like Grant
We'll
Gustin
see.
more.
Lois Lane's
Okay.
hair is light colored when it should be dark, and the Flash's hair is dark when it should be light.
Okay.
Yep.
First of all, Grant Gustin's isn't either, but
Well, that's
Fair enough.
closer.
Okay, so
But that is that
okay,
is
so
also
let's
true.
talk casting first of all. I'm not against Ezra Miller. Like, I do love the Flash, and we'll talk about the first episode of the new season as soon as
If
we're
he
done with
impresses me in
this,
Justice
but,
League, I'll give it to him honestly.
but,
But still,
First
Grant's
of all,
my
Ezra
Flash.
Miller is from like 2 towns over from me, so I've got to like him to some extent. You know, he's from Wyckoff, New Jersey, which
That just sounds like tribalism.
Jersey.
You don't have to like him. Just
I
because
do
his
have
name.
to. It's the same reason I like Kevin Smith, just because he's from
my
New Jersey.
Okay.
What's he even been in lately that's like relevant?
Recently, well, he's directed like a bunch of actually DC TV episodes.
Talent-wise.
He
Well,
does his own
doesn't- He
podcast,
barely acts, and yeah, he does.
which
he
has a
does
lot more
do
viewers
other
than
things.
us.
That's true. Kevin Smith, if you're watching this, please promote us.
I actually did love you in. Please, I now pronounce you Chuck and Bear. Whatever.
Was he in that?
No,
Are you thinking
Adam
Kevin James?
Oh my god.
Oh, you loser. Kevin Smith wears a hockey jersey, full beard. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't today.
Director of Clerks and Chasing Amy. Come on.
I never saw what
He's
Clerks.
Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob. He's Silent Bob.
Oh!
Come
Now I
on.
remember.
He's
oh
Paul
my
Blart
goodness.
Mall Cop.
Oh
No,
my.
that's Kevin James.
Yeah, I know.
Wait a minute. I was
Okay.
like, oh my god, don't mess with me. It has been a long day again. I've been
Okay.
up for way too long.
So, and now
Wow.
that gives us an excuse to put Kevin Smith.
I have
Wow.
also, yeah. I've been alive way too long.
Oh
as well.
man.
Okay,
geez,
so yeah,
long day,
so
people.
tribalism aside, I'm pretty excited for Ezra Miller, even if we haven't seen him in a full portrayal yet. Just like the glimpses we've seen from BVS and Suicide Squad, and just the trailers here, like have been pretty exciting. I don't
It's
know.
kind
I
of
like
a weird decision because I don't know anything he's been in. Ever.
Fantastic Beasts was, I think, his highest profile.
I still
role
never
to
saw
date.
that either.
Pretty
Okay.
good. Not bad. Little anticlimactic. Little too hard leaning into the Harry Potter stuff, but it wasn't bad. You know, I'd recommend it.
So, The Flash season
Yes.
premiere.
Okay, so
No surprises.
and Jack hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
so,
see it later at this point
unfortunately,
anyway.
We are going to ruin it for you. This
I
is
don't
where we
care.
get into spoiler
This will be a
territory.
hilarious reaction video then.
Okay, so
So Barry comes out of the
Or
Speed
Sapping.
Force with dementia
Like,
or schizophrenia.
it's
Oh
like
come on, that's so unoriginal.
it's basically like the amnesia trope from every fucking soap opera, but
He goes,
Oh,
but
so he
I'm
doesn't
trying to
know
make
who
it
he
original, you know,
is.
and,
we still don't know the meaning
don't
of all of his. He's like writing a
well,
bunch of stuff
it
on
is
the wall, and
possible
we don't know.
that,
Is
what
he
it
like-
is.
still crying about his mom?
He actually comes back and
little
says, he says, you know what? I feel different. I don't feel bad about everybody dying anymore.
I was gonna say if he really does and then goes back to it again, I'm just gonna be like, God, with this show, honestly.
okay, so
Like, stop making him so bipolar. I get it, but like, God.
so the one thing I'll say, I really hate the new suit. Like it's
Oh come
I didn't
on!
even
It's
see
red.
the
It
new
has the
suit.
gold.
it's like ridiculously bright though, right? It doesn't.
It is kind of
It
bright.
just doesn't look
Did
anything like.
you
the
did
previous
not
suits.
see what Aquaman's suit used to be? Like, come on, nothing can get worse than
Yeah, well-
Aquaman's suit.
Well,
from
we're
the
saying because
60s.
in the prior seasons of the Flash, they kind of darkened the red, and now
Yeah,
and they always
I
showed
don't
like
know,
how
it's-
in
it
the
seems like a
future
dramatic
he
change,
had the
and
bright
we're
red, like
building
10
up
years
for,
in the
half
future.
episode
Yeah.
onto how cool
So,
the
yeah,
suit
now he has
would
the
look
bright
and how
red.
Cisco would
Oh
look.
God, really?
Yeah, the future suit looked amazing. I don't know
Ugh.
why they couldn't have just brought out some variation of that.
I think it is that one.
No, it's not.
I said bring back
Is it-
Zoom.
are you talking
I'm
about the
kidding.
future
Zoom
suit?
was terrible.
Future suit
That,
in this
um,
season.
I have the shirt though.
We see
Cool.
That-
emo Barry
kind of.
wearing.
I think that's the one.
I'm pretty sure it's a different suit.
I'm mainly talking to myself.
Well,
here,
we'll
guys.
have to recheck that.
I don't know. I'd have to rewatch.
If anybody
it, but,
knows, please
I
tell
just
us.
remember being let down by the suit reveal.
Well, I think it looks cool. Maybe just a tad too bright, but
So I will say the samurai.
That just makes it more
as
accurate.
random as it is. I do first of all.
It's
appreciate
samurai.
Yeah, they're like the villain in the first episode is just.
oh yeah, he
Ah,
just appears.
random samurai, but
Oh no, a samurai.
So first things
Oh, we're
first.
gonna-
Okay, the funniest
First
line
things first.
Cisco
I really
says.
appreciate the Kurosawa
Well, hold on.
callbacks.
So
yeah.
the funniest line they say, Cisco, he says when they're talking about him, he's like more like samurai jackass.
Take that, Adult Swim.
Yeah. But so they do reference
That's
both
great, though.
Tyrone
I must
Mifune
find
and
Daku.
Kurosawa as a
That's
whole,
very
so I do
good.
appreciate the Seven Samurai references.
Oh man.
Yeah. So interesting enough character. Obviously, not going to be the main villain for the franchise.
Who,
what
the
what
samurai?
Did you think of the Thinker design?
I think he looks pretty cool. I don't know
Like,
that much
who's
about
the
him,
Thinker
but he
again?
looks cool.
DeVoe.
He's a guy. He's
I
a guy
don't know who
thinks.
that is yet.
Well, so the Thinker is a telekinetic, telepathic villain from the future. Been part of the Flash's,
Oh, was he the guy that the time traveler girl was going after when she went to kill HR for the first time?
no, but that guy
yeah.
did mention
I don't
this guy.
remember.
Okay, so
it,
I'm,
Alright,
it was
I'm along
established
that.
like last season that this guy was going to be.
All right,
the
so
big
I have an
bad
idea
season
what the
four.
heck you're talking about for once. Cool.
So
We know
they mention
he
him,
has an
but
interest in the Flash so far.
They
Oh,
mention him
lovely.
as just being
Who doesn't?
DeVoe, and,
Exactly.
He's kind of handsome.
And if
Who
you don't
wouldn't
know
be?
anything about the Flash comics, all you know is that this guy is DeVoe and that he's from the future. And yeah.
Here's the thing about this kind of superhero things:
so
they get into a
temporal,
territory where eventually it's just like villains just start coming because they're like, "I heard this hero's in town. I must fight him." So they just become a danger.
Pretty much how it was with Atom Crasher.
So it's like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like these superhero stories are kind of tiring because they fight the villains over and over. Oh, let's lock them away, and now they're escaping. We have to fight them again. Of course, part of it's just because they have to keep writing stories, so you keep buying crap.
I mean,
But the
yeah.
ideal superhero story would be one guy
Merchandising.
kills criminals, and that's it. And then he gets busted or kills
That's the
himself.
Punisher.
Yeah, the Punisher never dies.
Yeah.
Technically,
Everyone else dies.
Okay. Anything else about the Flash?
Why is they give so much attention to Iris?
She's the main love interest.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, but
starting not
it's
to
like
like her
they
as
force
much
it.
now.
I
Honestly,
don't know.
hard.
I will say the chemistry between them, like aside from a few brief moments last season, it seemed forced to me from the beginning. Like
I don't.
I get that she's the girl that Barry's had this crush for.
Yeah,
for
like
the
I
entire-
hate to say it because they're supposed to be the couple, but that they have almost no chemistry on screen.
Yeah,
At least
like,
at least to
that's
me.
they
exactly
don't look
my
like they like each
They,
other
they
on
look like that
sets.
generic. Like you ever get one of those picture frames straight out of a box, and it has
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
this cutout of a random family.
Some
They look
random
like that couple,
nondiscrete
right?
multiracial family.
Exactly. They're
Oh my God, yeah.
inoffensive, but they're kind of beige by comparison. You know.
Yeah. You know who I do
Yeah.
think he worked better with? Patty. I thought that was pretty natural.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
There's been a few like better.
And I don't
matchups
say
for
that just
Barry,
because
but,
they're both white. I say it because she actually
racist.
had.
I loved Patty
But,
genuinely
no,
because she was
the-
awesome.
Like I have
honestly.
nothing against Iris as who she is, but I don't know. It just doesn't
I'm
seem.
just
like
saying,
an
Iris could
actual-
pull a trigger. Patty couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't
That
know.
was
Maybe I'm
badass,
just
Iris.
tired out from the season 3 where it's all about I have to save Iris. I have to save Iris.
Yeah, just the whole story arc. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay, so anything else about Flash?
I hope it doesn't suck.
I really
I
hope
will
it's
say,
a good
the Killer
season.
Frost reveal.
It's one of my good shows. yeah.
Really fucking obvious, right? Like I'm not the only person thinking. Of course, she isn't cured, right?
Oh no, I just thought from the beginning that she can just turn it on when she wants now.
Well, I mean, it seems almost like not to reference Hulk again, but a Hulk-like transformation. You know, like she can't.
Oh, yeah,
control
yeah.
It. It seems like it
She
manifests
directly
as a
references
result.
Hulk. She says, "Don't make me frosty. You wouldn't like me when I'm frosty." And I'm like,
Shittiest line in the episode.
I was like, oh.
Shittiest line in the episode.
wait. Erase
says
it.
this in the
She
actual episode.
Like in the actual episode,
Wait,
a
the
line is,
season's
"Don't make
premiere.
me frosty. You wouldn't like me when
The
I'm
writing
frosty."
team
That's an
of
actual fucking
professionals
line
wrote
in the
this.
okay,
season
wait, no,
4, episode
excuse
1
me,
premiere of
excuse me. No,
Flash.
like, what episode is this exactly?
Season 4, episode 1.
Are you serious, people?
"This is their best material."
I could write better half asleep right
We're
now.
we're
which
all
I already
undergrads.
am. So here,
we're
here,
all
let me
undergrads,
go-
and we could write a better.
Let me
Flash
go
script than
write
that.
a script entirely that is way better than that scene right now.
Oh,
Hands
well,
down.
at least the Samurai Jackass line was alright.
Okay, that was fantastic at least. But like, oh
Even-
my
even
god, you
Cisco
wouldn't
called it
like
out as
me
being
if
like
I'm
a stupid line,
frosty.
you know?
Yeah.
Honestly, that was just fucking
That's
stupid.
so
What the fuck were they
dumb.
thinking? Even for an episode that was totally supposed to be very serious, I don't know why the hell.
That's been my
That
problem
is
with
so
the series
dumb.
because it seems very formulaic. You're like, oh,
You can
who's
make
the
an
bad guy
awesome,
of the
nice
week?
Ice Nine Kills reference with like Killer Frost. Honestly,
Right.
Yeah,
like, you can make a way better reference with that than
Like,
you
I
wouldn't
get the-
like me when I'm frosty.
I get that they want to
That
show that
sounds
they're
wrong to
hip
me.
and cool and they're really up with the pop culture. Hey, kiddos, we talk just like you do. We can reference things like you do, but it
What's
just comes
next? You're
across
gonna
as
speak a lyric
Trying
from
to,
Vanilla Ice.
Apparently.
See what I did there?
Go ninja,
Hey,
go. I'm surprised
Ice
they didn't
Ice
say that.
Baby.
That's comedy.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But,
So,
like,
I
seriously,
mean, that's
Ronnie
really all
Staff,
I have
what?
to say about The Flash. I'm
I
hoping
wish-
it's going to shape up to be something better.
I wish all of season 3 would have been about the Flashpoint world.
Oh, okay.
That was a
would've been very
perfect
cool.
world. He shouldn't have reset it just for Wally. Like, he has his parents back. He's gonna undo everything. Cisco was a billionaire. Undo everything just because Wally got a busted leg or whatever the heck he got.
Well, he was
no,
losing his
he
powers
was
and his memories
stabbed.
in the previous world too, and Iris really had no interest in him in this Flashpoint world.
Yeah.
So, no, I get his motivations. You know, he wants to make everything normal.
Well, they should have made that not
He
happen and
understands that he
had
shouldn't fuck
the
with
whole
time.
season be Flashpoint. Then he changes at the end.
Yeah.
Big missed opportunity, writers.
I don't know.
You should hire me, I can make
you
your show
could have
good.
milked
I don't know,
us
they're
for
running
a
out of
lot
Flash
of money had
material
that
now.
actually gone because John just sold me on that. Jeez.
Okay,
That's
well,
on you guys.
I will say I'm pretty excited that they're doing a non-speedster villain finally.
Yeah, it's because
It's
it
just
got
gotten
old after
so
Zoom.
boring.
First thing they say is, "Wow, Barry got so much faster." But
Yeah,
how
like,
much you want to bet he's still
he's-
not going to be fast enough?
How much you want to bet that Wally's almost faster
or
than
what if
him,
this
and he's going
season
to
it
ask
has
him to
nothing to
help
do with
him
his
fight
speed? What if
against
this
whatever he's
season
fighting
it has
against,
to
which is
do with
probably
how
something
smart
mental.
the villain, right? Like think about it. This is a villain that cannot match him in terms of speed, but also the smartest character introduced in the Flash universe so far.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's
No,
the
hands
thing
down.
about this
Like,
Flash. He never
telekinetic,
thinks.
telepathic, and design extremely advanced artificial intelligence. So
Sounds better than Brainiac, so.
yeah,
It seems like the whole thing about him being able to think at super speed is only used at the writer's convenience.
right, yeah.
It's very
And the fact that he
inconsistent.
can read ridiculously fast, but
Because he never thinks through any
Wait, who is
situation.
this again?
Guys,
Barry.
what do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
I'm
Run
just saying
faster.
This is a
All right.
fact. He can think faster than an attosecond.
This was complete nonsense.
yeah.
My life's nonsense.
Okay.
Good night.
You know,
Signing out.
You know the gist. Follow us on social media. Links coming up right now.
Links on our heads. Links in the description.
everywhere.
Goodbye.
They're on John's perfect face. All up in his face.
Failed exits. So many
8-bit
times.
music, play us out, and we're exiting.